After a two-game split in Las Vegas, the Tigers open up with a 9-game homestand tonight against last year's tournament Cinderella Stephen F. Austin. Coming from humble beginnings in this neighborhood across from the Lester School in Memphis, football was the ticket to success for Claude Humphrey. To say the Memphis Tigers' next 7 games are must-wins is an understatement. It's the 25th anniversary Southern Heritage Classic, a time which brings together family, friends, food, and of course, football. Best of 5 playoff series can go by quickly if you don't get off to a good start. For native Memphian and now Hall of Famer Claude Humphrey, it's all laughs in this local barbershop, but things weren't always this enjoyable. Coming from humble beginnings in this neighborhood across from the Lester School in Memphis, football was the ticket to success for Claude Humphrey.
Congratulations, you're a Pro Football Hall of Famer. And boy, I tell you what, I damn near dropped the phone.
Drafted by the Atlanta Falcons in the first round of the 1968 NFL Draft, Claude Humphrey was a dominating force in the NFL for more than 13 seasons, playing in almost 200 games with the Atlanta Falcons and Philadelphia Eagles, helping the Eagles to their first Super Bowl appearance in 1981.
I've waited almost 30 years to get to this podium, so don't rush me, guys. I'm going to be here for a minute.
With his daughter at his side, and the love and support of the rest of his family, that hot August night in Ohio will be one that Humphrey will never forget. Having lost his wife and soulmate Sandra just last year, induction day was even more emotional for Humphrey.
Man, I tell you what, I met her when I was a junior in high school. She walked up to me and she says, "I want to introduce myself to you," and she did that. And from then on, I've had Sandra in my life.
Humphrey learned that with patience and hard work, anything is possible, even a trip to Canton as a Pro Football Hall of Famer. Matthew Schwartz, WMC Action News 5. Some of the best and brightest athletes from Shelby County were put on display in the first Shelby County Intercollegiate Athletic Association Basketball Classic.
I want to send a message about bullying and prevention.
To go along with the on-court action, the players were given a presentation on anti-bullying measures from special guest, former NBA All-Star Chauncey Billups.
Responsibility of ours to come back and try to help, and try to influence, and try to motivate.
Ricardo Patton, a former coach and mentor of Billups at the University of Colorado, was thrilled to have a former player come speak to participants.
Adults and athletes who have the ability to speak out against bullying should do so.
The event was originally organized by the Shelby County Schools anti-bullying program with the hopes that athletes are the perfect guinea pigs for spreading the positive message.
They'll be able to tell the student population, hey, this is the way we do this is the way you're supposed to be doing it, simply because most of the population is going to listen to their athlete.
Violence is never the key. Violence is never the option that you should choose in any event, bullying or not. And I think, you got to go to an authoritative figure and tell them about it, talk to them about it.
Promoting sports and curbing youth violence, one local gym at a time. In Memphis, Matthew Schwartz, WMC Action News 5. And it's called Hoop City for a reason. There's the same unbridled passion for basketball in Memphis as there is for the Blues or barbecue, and it showed in Murfreesboro at the state championships today. We start off in Class A where Mitchell looks for his second straight Class A state title. Early on, Jeremiah Martin showing why he's a Mr. Basketball Finals with a backdoor cut there for 2. And just a couple plays later, Martin with the nice pull-up jumper as we see here in transition. Mitchell would absolutely cruise in this one. Martin finishing with 19 points. He wins the tournament MVP, joining his teammate Naba Eccles, last year's tournament MVP, and also his other teammate Colin Phillips on the all-tournament team. Since going to Class A 2 years ago, Mitchell has yet to lose a game in that class. And what a day for Mr. Martin. The Mitchell High Tiger wins Class A Mr. Basketball along with that state title and MVP. Martin averaging 20 points, 5 boards, and 5 assists this season. Martin will take his talents next year to Louisiana Tech. And in Class AA, Haywood, who upset number 1 CPA last night, taking on Fulton in this title game. Jordan Varnado, younger brother of Jarvis, wreaking havoc early in this one with a huge monster dunk there. And then on defense with a nasty swat saying, no, not in my house. Varnado with the block there. Another monster block here from Varnado. He had 19 points and 16 rebounds. He helps lead the Tomcats to win the Class AA state title 47-33. And earlier today in Class AAA, Hamilton High picks up their first state title since '06 as Jordan Cummings hits this huge shot for a game winner. The scramble, the Wildcats up for good. KJ Lawson was named tournament MVP, and after putting up 29 points in the semis and 17 in this final. His brother Diedrich was honored as a Class AAA Mr. Basketball. He had 20 and 11 in this title game. Both the Lawson brothers will play right here in their own hometown next year at the University of Memphis. And the old saying goes, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, right? But for the Memphis Grizzlies, how they finish this season is completely dependent on how they start. The first 5 for the Grizz have been getting outscored by about 7 points per game this month. Memphis looks for a fix against who else? The team that gave them their first loss this season, the Milwaukee Bucks. And as we see Grizz hosting the Bucks today at FedEx Forum right outside the Beale Street Parade. Speaking of Green, Jeff Green gets a starter here with a nice finger roll. Start off the Grizz 2-0. He had 15 for the night. The Bucks would go on a run, punctuated by this baseline dunk, man, nasty, by Giannis Antetokounmpo. And spelling lesson for the night for you guys, Antetokounmpo, Antetokounmpo. That's right, Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. He led the Bucks with 19. And Mr. Tony Allen would check in after the dunk, and the Grizzlies' fortunes would turn. TA gets a nice pass there from Nick Calathis, and he goes in for the dunk. TA would read this and dunk yet again, and he spells out first team, FIRSTTEAM, first team for Mr. Allen. And in third quarter, we see the offense really rolling for the Grizzlies. A nice pass there from Zebo inside to Marcus Saul. And then we see Courtney Lee getting in on the action. He hits a 3 there. He would lead the Grizz with 17. Mr. Zach Randolph, he would add 15. Grizzlies win 96-83, and Dave Yeager now in second place for most wins by a head coach in franchise history. To the college game. Arkansas advances to their first SEC title game under coach Mike Anderson. The Razorbacks locked down Georgia defensively, winning 60-49. Michael Qualls led the Razorbacks with 15 points. SEC Player of the Year Bobby Portis added just 4 points with 12 rebounds and terrific interior defense. Razorbacks will play number 1 undefeated Kentucky in the SEC title game on Sunday. And that's it for sports. We'll be right back.